What do you think the international leadership, the people around the world listening, watching this nearly half-hour speech, they will walk away and say...
Well, let's think of what Mexico heard in that speech. President Trump had a line there. He said that if Mexico doesn't treat us fairly, in his words, then we'll have to go another way. Well, what does that mean? How is that received in Mexico? Is he talking about you can't end the relationship, your neighbors, right? There's tremendous integration. But how far is he willing to create space in that relationship to keep his campaign promise, a fairly outlandish one, that he's going to get Mexico to pay for the wall? We'll have to go another way. After the president of Mexico canceling that meeting, that had to send shivers down the spine, I think, of people in Mexico. How serious, how far is President Trump willing to go? The other point I would make is, casting this economic relationship. He talked about the trade deficit there, $60 billion, as kind of as a cost. I was just reading the Wall Street Journal here as a quote here that, the relationship, the North American trading relationship since NAFTA North American trade, I should say, since that NAFTA was passed, has tripled to above $1 trillion. That in these relationships, you don't have many perfectly balanced relationships, and it's mathematically impossible to have a trade surplus with countries around the world. This is part of the give and take of global trade. If you start to view things in those terms, how is that going to change not just the relationship with Mexico, but with other countries? He's already set his sights on China. There are several U.S. allies that the U.S. has a trade deficit for various reasons. How many trade wars is President Trump willing to follow through on?
Yeah, what I said, no more multilateral trade deals like NAFTA or the TPP, individual deals with Britain or other countries. That's what he wants.
Yeah, he called them mishmash.
Mash pot.
Mash pot.
Yeah. Technical term.
The other thing that I thought was interesting, and we were all sitting here saying, what does that mean, is in the context of the wall and building the wall and Mexico paying for the wall. He said, just as an aside, if we decide to go down that route, I'd be really interesting to know what that means. But then just bigger picture, to listen to a Republican president come out at the retreat of Republican members of Congress and spend the first 15 minutes bragging about all of the executive orders that he signed, after these Republicans spent 8 years railing against the Democratic president, President Obama, as an imperial president because he signed so many executive orders, was like a little bit the Twilight Zone. I mean, I understand some of the executive orders he said was to unsign, in his words, some of what President Obama did, but not all of them, not the wall, and not the pay freeze, and you go on down. So it was a little jarring that he's doing that and he's forcing the Congress to figure out a way to pay for it.